So, we've got a water park that we need to continue to work on, and as we saw in the last episode, I like to wildly exaggerate just how big things are, and this episode is no exception. Honestly, it's like this big. Hello you guys, welcome back to Planet Coaster 2, welcome back to Nerdolandia. It's our Cedar Point, Canada's Wonderland, Kings Island, et al. Kind of park. We're just learning the game with this park, and this is how it's turned out. It's, it's looking decent. I'm so chuffed. This is what we did last week then. We were starting to put a water park that no guests use. And that's because, by the way, when this comes out, the update will already be out. Hopefully it's going to be fixed by then, but we are a week away from the update when I'm filming this. So, yeah, pools aren't used. But this is what we're doing this week. We need to extend the whole pool complex area, introduce the idea of a second gate, and put in some extra little bits. So we're going to have a wave pool down here. I do want to have some kind of like tippy bucket slash splash pad kind of thing. I do need a facilities building. I've got a building in mind that I want to use as inspiration, so that's just a long rectangular building. I do want to put a ride here so that even if the guests aren't going to use the pools, they can still come into the area and do something with it. And then of course we've got a smattering of new slides and stuff that I'll go into depth once we've started to pull all of that together. I have also started the idea of having a backstage area down here. I think I've binned off the thought process and the idea that this is a pathway that guests can use. I think I'm actually going to end up making this a roadway instead. It doesn't really serve much purpose, but yeah, it's so I need some space and stuff. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. As always, I think my scaling in this might be a little bit wrong, so let's see, shall we? See you in a minute. Well, it turns out the area I'm working in this week is a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. But hey, I'm actually quite liking how this is turning out. It's really starting to come together. Like, yes, there's lots to show you. I'm in that pre-detailing phase. I was starting to do the fine details, so that's about the halfway of the episode. So let's start down here, shall we? This is the ticket and turnstile area. I want to keep these turnstiles really simple. I don't want to use the same turnstile style that I have for the main park, because this would be a second gate. This would be open when the rest of the park is not necessarily open or when it's under maintenance or whatever. So it does need to have its own personality, but it still needs to share some of it with the original. So that's why we've got these little bits here, and that's why it's quite low to the ground. And yes, of course, I'm using the Splashdown logo and stuff. This is almost like it's the logo for it. So yeah, I dig it. Then of course I'm going to use the same ticket office as I have done the other side, because the whole water park will have a style, it'll have a theme, it'll have a thing, and it's like this tan coloured wood and this what do you call it, the tile roof, the Viking tile roof. So then we're going to come in this way, and we have the level crossing for the railway. The railway's not the railway just keeps expanding. It's now at the edge of the park. I know when I said in the last episode I wanted the railway to go through it, it just wasn't going to work. It just did not work. So it's now going all the way around the outside. And it has been sort of like in this position, in this position. It just keeps getting further and further back. It literally can't go any further back because there's the edge of the park. So it's fine. That's where it's going to stay now. I have also just copied across the same water feature as I used last week here. So that's already in. That's already fine and dandy. And then the buoyancy ride. Loving how this buoyancy ride has come together. Luckily for us, we only need this tiny little bit of path. The rest is all going to be under foliage and whatever, and it's all going to be cool. I have actually used the same covering that I used for the seating covers over the other side. I actually use them as queue covers here. I think it works. I don't know how I feel about it being on a slant and guess having to walk past. It's going to be a head injury nightmare, but hey, it's fine. The queue line is just all done and dusted, and the buoyancy ride is just there. So yeah, it needs foliage and whatever. I have also put the staff access path around the back here. I love how you can actually make it tarmac, and it looks like tarmac from down here, so it is a staff path. I'm not going to do too much detailing back here. I think this is when we need to do the stand-up episode and stuff. But yeah, I have corrected the path. It is now a staff path. It doesn't serve any purpose, but actually it kind of does. I've seen staff using it. In fact, the staff member down here, look, is actually using it. So yeah, it does. It does. It just doesn't have the purpose I thought it would. So this is the design of the building. Down here, I wanted to use a similar style to the other side. Remember, the whole thing would be styled, but I was going to go for the new. I was going to go for the vibe of the new water sports place that we've got in Brighton. And that's got this weird, like, it's not weird, but it's got this zigzag roof, and it overhangs and stuff. So I really like it. I like how that is. And then inside here, we've just got the food unit, and then we've got a gift shop. So of course it needs all of its detailing, all of its stuff. Then we've got the 2 changing rooms. There'll be male and female, and I've just come along and I have already just put the cubicles in, and I have brought across the lockers and stuff, so I can put those in a moment when I start doing the detailing and whatever. Then of course toilets. Now because of the size of the building, these toilets are a bit off scale, a bit weird. In fact, I don't even know if guests are using them, because I don't know if this path is wide enough, but it's fine. I've just ended up having to put a wall here. We're just guests are just gonna have to walk through, and it's fine, right? It's fine. I've just started to do all of the cha-cha toilets inside here. Oh, and changing rooms. Yeah, stuck. Yeah, so the toilets are all in here. So let's have a look at the pools, because this is where a lot of work has now been done. You'll notice that I've got these little roundels, these little things around the outside of the pools. You're probably wondering what it's all about. I kind of figured that a place like this would use like iconography to show you the depths of pools. So I've just pulled together a sign saying know your depths, and I've got the green ones for shallow, orange ones or yellow ones for wading, red ones for swimming, and then the purple ones or the pink ones will be diving, and that's going to come in next week's episode. And I kind of figured that so guests know how deep the pool is before they get into it, you'd have these little roundels that were dotted around the outside of the pools, right? So we've got the yellow one here because it's a wading pool. We've got the green ones here because it's the kids pool. And then over here, this is how it was all born, by the way. I was like, actually, they would have some kind of signs above here to let you know that the depth is changing, because this is the wave pool. So I didn't want to put actual signs with meters or depths on it, because we don't really know how deep these actually are. We just know that it's shallow, wading, diving, and swimming, or not in that order. But anyway, so I just put these flags across here, and then I just put the roundels in here just to say, hey, this is now going into wading, this bit's into swimming, and then I've just put the signs everywhere, like guests would be reminded to check their depths everywhere. But this is Tsunami Bay. This is where the wave pools and stuff are, and I've just put some of the maintenance bits either side here. So this would be like the pumping station for the wave bits. I'm not going to do the entire pumping station. I know that some people do, some people have, and they've done an amazing job of it. I'm not going to for this park. We're just having fun. We're just having fun with this park. But what I have done is put in the separators here. So you find these in pools everywhere. These are like designed to separate guests from dangerous areas. So that's in there. But I've also done that along the flumes here as well, so you can separate the lanes from the different flumes and the exit points, so when people are leaving these 2 flumes, for example, they're not going to be wading across this way to get out. They sort of don't cross over the paths. So I have also gone and retroactively fitted all of the roundels elsewhere in the park as well. And for the flumes themselves, rather than because they're not swimming pools. So rather than having the roundels at the pool, I've got it at the entrance as well, so you know what you're going to be exiting into. So this is going to be a wading exit and a wading exit. And then over this way, for the slides that don't have exits, I've actually got a different one, and that's this one here. That's the blue one with a red cross. So basically, it's saying you don't exit into a pool in this instance. So that's cool. So this little kids area come together quite nicely. I have copied across some of the toys, but this is a slightly deeper wading pool, so this is all this is going to be. But I am just going to put some decoration and stuff along here. It'll be the in-game signs and all of that sort of stuff. Don't let's not get excited about this. But yeah, it's just like a kids area. And then of course we've got the 3 main slides here. They're all in. I need to do all of the roofing and the covers and stuff. And likewise with this one over here, I need to just do the covers and stuff. But the entrance is all the way back around here. And then we've got the separators here, and a separator here because this has also got waves in it. So this is a wading wave pool as opposed to a deep wave pool. And then there's just the reminders of the depths and stuff. I quite like it, actually. Yeah, it's coming together quite nicely. and I'm enjoying this. Now, we do have a Tippy Bucket. I've forgotten, actually, to check on the workshop whose Tippy Bucket this is. I'm really sorry. I need to, if I remember, I will check and I will credit you in the next update. But I do need to do something with this. This needs to be a play area and a splash area and stuff. So watch this space on that. But the Tippy Bucket is in. And they've done, whoever it is, they've done an amazing job at making it animated. So it does actually fill down and then it does actually sploosh. Brilliant. Perfect. I didn't realise, by the way, that you could even make the swinging things change. I thought they were just fixed animations, but no, there's a whole load you can choose from. Like, there's loads. So over here, this last bit to show you, this is the information stall. The game needs us to put these in the other side of the turnstiles, so it's fine. This is more of a maintenance area, and I have actually got the facilities and stuff for the pumping and whatever. And then down this way, I have just started to fix up and fill out the maintenance area here, the pathway that's going to be around here, and then I have just started to put the car park in here. So I need to clear all of this area and make it some sort of a car park so that it's so that it's actually feeling a little bit more real to life. So there you go. That's how we are at the moment. So I'm going to go and do some more detailing. I will see you when it's done. Oh, yes, guys, I think I'm getting the hang of this because, oh my god, this has turned out so well. And can we just take a moment, by the way, to appreciate the music? It's an absolute bop, and it is perfect for the ambience that I wanted in this part of the water park. And guys, this is how the whole thing has come together, and I absolutely love it. I've got so much to show you. I don't even know where to begin. So I think we should just start down here with the tickets and the turnstiles, because now the turnstile building is just, it's come to life with its sign and its extra signs and all of its decorating and stuff. It's simple, it's effective, it is elegant. It doesn't need to be any more than this, but it is absolutely perfect. Like, yes, it's true to the original entrance of Nerdolandia, but it's also a full-on perfect second gate. I'm here for it. So then we come around this way, or through this way, and then we come into the main plaza area, where again we get the sign, and then we've got buoyancy. Like even on the ride side, I don't even know what it is. I don't know. Seriously, no clue. It's just one of those weird little rides that just sits there. But the queue line sits perfectly where it is, and the whole thing sits perfectly on the sight line as you walk in. It's just, yes, it is great. And then we come around this way to the info point. So the info point is just nothing particularly special. I don't want it to be any more than this, but yeah, it just works in that location. And then the middle part here, this is all about seating. So we have sun loungers and we have picnic benches. We have plenty of umbrellas, plenty of shade, and plenty of palm trees going on. And yes, it's just the perfect area to just sit and watch the wave pool. And there it is. Tsunami Bay is now finished with its roofing and stuff. Mind you, it was pretty much done to start with. But yeah, all of its roof. We're going to do this a lot, by the way. We are going to, let's just excuse all of the trees. All of them. So yeah, this is the wave pool, and I'm loving it. And guests do use it, by the way. It's just, I think I've just had the daily clear out, so there aren't people here, but I have seen guests in there, so at least it all works. And then the main building here, oh my god, it just turned out exactly as I wanted it to. Like, inside here, there's Pizza Pen, and it's all kitted out as you would expect it to be. It's all like, yeah, I mean, we could do a lot more detailing in here, but I don't really want to. I think I'm alright with it. And this kitchen stuff at the back here, by the way, absolutely perfect. Oh, I've got credits for stuff. This is on the workshop. This one is Kindershot. And I did use it last week. I just didn't point it out. But yeah, look how good that stuff looks on the back plate. Yes. And then we're going to come through here into the Splash Emporium. This looks incredible too. And this is my own gift shop stuff. This is also on the workshop if you want to download it. It's there. Yeah, I love it, right? I just love the design and the theme and stuff in here. It's nice and simple. It's effective. It does what it needs to do. But yeah, love it. And then we've got the changing rooms. So we've got these ones in here. These lockers, by the way, they are I've written it down as MJC. I think it's NJC 212010. I think lots of people are using these because how incredible are they? And then of course you've got the benches, and then you've got the cubicles in the back end here, and then the guys changing room. It's exactly the same, just in blue. There we go. It's exactly the same but in blue. And then the toilets, they are also in. Excuse the Zed fighting on the floor. But there you go. You've got the one side and the other side, and it's male and female. And I love doing this little technique with the signs. It's so cool. It just makes it cool, right? And then we've got this middle bit here. So the tippy bucket, I did remember to get the to get the credit. This one's crispy tater tot, and I did start to do my own version of a play thing, and I was like, I need some inspiration here because it just wasn't turning out. So I looked on the workshop and I found this one. This one is actually by Nath. And it's incredible. This is perfect for what I wanted in here. So I kind of figured that, you know, if it's on the workshop, then just pull it in and just use it. You know, people put it on the workshop for people to use it. So there we go. You do get creator's guilt, as John C would say, Geekism would say, because you kind of think, oh, I have to do it myself. I just have to be the one to build stuff myself. But you know what? If the stuff is on the workshop and it's good and it's fit for purpose, just use it. That's all I say. And then this bit here, I quite like this. It feels like an island. And that's exactly what I wanted it to be. I didn't want to put extra toys and stuff in here, by the way. I did want this to be a wading pool where this was the central piece. But it feels like an island with the yellow. It feels like sand. And then you just got bins and benches and parasols and sun lounges and stuff all around the outside. And it just fits quite nicely as a little deserted island. So yeah, I love it. Then we've got our little wading pool here. This is everything I wanted to do on the back. Like, I just wanted to throw a load of stuff at the wall and just see what's stuck. And that's exactly what's stuck. But it's all framed off quite nicely, especially with some of the pool toys and whatever. It looks cool. And then this one, the mats slide. Ah, yes. Oh, look, people are in the pool. Hooray! Actually in the pool. So yeah, the mat slide and whatever is cool. I've realised, by the way, I hadn't put anywhere for you to pick up the mats and stuff. So yeah, you do now have that. There we go. There's the mats, and I have created these little mats. They're supposed to be representative of the ones that we've got in game. They're not entirely accurate, but they do what they need to do. And then yeah, you've just got the sign and stuff, and queuing. Crowd control and whatever. I have put a queue line here for you to go and pick up your mats, but there would be someone that would just collect all of the mats and put them back and whatever. That's not a job I would want. But I have also put just you know, all the normal elephant grass and stuff around here, and then that's now the slides and stuff. So that's looking cool. I like this. Then we've got the exit pool for these ones, these slides. These are all now done with fencing and stuff around it, and the life rings and stuff. And I also realised the same as the mats, we didn't have a tube place. I didn't really want people to have to drag them from the other shed, so I've put one in here. And actually it backs on quite nicely to the water filter system, so yeah, it hides that kind of well. Otherwise it was just going to stick out in the middle of nowhere like a sore thumb. So that's that there. And then I've bought the pathway round here. These two here, by the way, are mat slides as well. So I've just done another mat collection thing here. And then you've just got the entrance to the one tube slide. Yeah, the tube slide here. And then, oh, there's more. Look, there's more people. And then you've just got the other tube slide here. There were people stuck on this just a minute ago, but yeah, it's still there. It's fine. I should just close all the rides and just get people into the pools, really, shouldn't I? Then we're on the back here. I have done all of the... Well, I haven't done it all, but I've started to do the railway line and the perimeter fencing and stuff, and then just put some trees and things in just to make this all make sense from this side. And I think it looks decent. And then around this side, I've just put the maintenance areas and stuff in. So with all of the extra tanks that are very, very much on show, like they are just hideously on show. A couple of warehouses, a couple of my shipping containers. I'm not going to bother to put these on the workshop, by the way, because I saw someone on Twitter did a better job at shipping containers than I ever could. So let's go and use theirs instead. And then around here, I have just started the car park. So this is now a car park. I'm going to do a full-on car park. This is just here representative. And then I have also done the trees and stuff on the perimeter outside here. And then just a little bit of touching up work going on in this area. It needs a little bit more work, but it's all done as much as I want to do it for now. And then likewise here, I just need to do a little bit more work. The stand-up coaster is ready to be done. So that's all good. But guys, guys. This is how it is from the top, and I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for getting to the end of this episode. I really do appreciate it. Next week, I think we're going to do the final part of the I don't know, actually. I don't know if I'm going to do the stand-up coaster now we're sort of closing in on it, or if I'm going to do the final part of the water park, which is down here, which is why I want to have diving stuff. It's like the adult-y type part of the park. So I don't know. Let me sleep on it and see what happens. Let me just go back here. There you go. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.